being Guerrilla for me isn't about like doing the same old thing and doing it better. Being Guerrilla for me is taking a problem statement and an issue and then figuring out a new way to approach it, thinking things through from a different perspective. And I thought that for me was so like that was the essence of being Guerrilla.
I like the fact that it's been so dynamic and you've gone in so many different directions in 2021. And I'd like to be part of whatever initiatives you're planned for in 2022. I know this is going to evolve into something really meaningful and phenomenal.
I want to say I think the most memorable was the project that I was dealing with, and that was dealing with the kids at Benham and Murray, and being able to be right there and experience these kids that were just, from off the streets come into the company, and they kick butt better than the people that we were paying to do the job.
We decided, okay, we're gonna get these kids, Alondra and Dijon, to work, and then Mar says, oh my God, they're living in a tent, and I'm like, but it was just this total like throw it all together, get them there. They did a phenomenal job. But it was a total coordination of effort. There are so many kids in that place. So I just want to see a lot more of that happening in 2022.
I think my favorite, because this comes from my own contribution, is really getting to know For Land and People and doing a podcast for them and feeling so proud of the overarching mission of the Guerrilla community movement, and particularly the subsectors that have emerged out of that movement.
I would say the most meaningful accomplishment that I was involved in would obviously be the swap meet and greet. And I think that that's something that was incredibly Guerrilla, because we were at the point where my perfectionism was creeping in, and we were like, do we have time to make all this happen? And like, is this gonna work? And Jen was like, yes, we're like, we can do this. So I was like, okay, if you say we can do it, we can do it. And so that was really exciting to see how well it came together, and everyone that participated and made it.
We set a goal. I mean, we set a goal to help our community, such as St. Joe, such as Swap Meet and Greet, and we achieved it. And that's pretty amazing because, we set a goal and we made it happen.
It was sure a growth year for the group. I think, as others have called out, the internship, starting of internship mentoring, starting of community gardens, starting of swap meet and greet. I think in a lot of our discussions, we're really concerned if we could get anything done or not. And I know, those of us been there from the beginning, we have such a bias towards action. We just want to do something. And we just did some things, and it really relies on personal action. It all takes action, it all takes effort, and it's all setting ourselves up to do even greater things in 2022.
But I want to say how great I think it is to have a community like this. And so for all of us, I just want us to continue to make these connections that we might not otherwise make. So thank you. I just want to encourage us all to continue to connect with this community.
This is a growing group of people who do make things manifest, right? It's we all have these ideas, and other people outside of this circle hear what we're talking about. Oh, you want to create a farm and do education programs and so on and so forth, and make donations to a nation, right? Or get masks out to people, and you're going to raise money to do this, and it's for free, like all these things. And they just look at you and they're like, how would you ever do that? And there's not a single person on this phone call that ever has that cross their mind. Nobody on this call ever stops and goes, well, how would I do that? Because everybody on this call is like, I'll just figure that out. Yeah. Right. And that is the big difference.
Lots of good work is being done. Lots of good spirit is being shown, and a lot of great intention is being exhibited. So I hope that we can continue to do that whether it's for us individually, for the indigenous peoples and animals that we represent and that we are in charge of. So I would encourage us all to look for those blessings that each of us brings to the equation here and amplify those as we have done so far and serve the world that we love.
I'm really grateful that all the people here who helped to make that happen, and this is moving in the right direction, to have a continuous public dialogue. My blessing to everyone is to be true to yourselves, take care of yourselves. This is an interesting moment in human history, and we have a big responsibility. And
the most meaningful thing to me is seeing where this group started. I was introduced to Henry a little over a year ago, and this is not where we were heading. And the fact that this group has been flexible and nimble and active and proactive, and what's been a blessing and fascinating to me is as we've changed directions and focused in on things, more people have joined. And that's pretty darn exciting that people kind of ready, fire, aim, and we've done that all year and have attracted the same like-minded people to help out. And that's just been super exciting to see.
I'll be Guerrilla right out of the gate. I'll start with my blessing. And my blessing is you. To quote one of my favorite nature poets, the music is you. That's backwards and forwards, right? And I've loved watching the evolution of the process. The guerrilla community movement people have inspired me and challenged me to embrace new and different ways of thinking, how we activate and outcome those new ideas, and to allow myself to be surprised and delighted by the manifestations.
When Doug said the music is you, that's me. That's literally the reason I fell into this bracket with you guys. Is amazing.
To continue focusing on the stuff that matters and keeping with the guerrilla mentality and not letting little things get in the way and just getting shit done.